I'm Farooq Tarak, spokesperson of Labour Party of Pakistan. We have been part of the advocate movement of Pakistan, which started last year in 2007 on 9th of March. This advocate movement started when the Chief Justice of Pakistan was asked by General Musharraf, who is the military dictator of Pakistan, to resign as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Pakistan. The reason was that Chief Justice was becoming a hurdle in the implementation of new liberal agenda. He cancelled some privatization deals. He was like a human rights activist. He gave a lot of decisions in favor of poor women who were traded in solving some conflicts of the communities. So if there is a murder, a woman of one side will be given in trade in exchange that the murderer should apologize, and the woman has to pay the price because she's been married to that area. So in this manner the Chief Justice became very popular among ordinary people of Pakistan. The Labour Party of Pakistan, which is one of the main left-wing party of Pakistan, became part of this advocate movement after 9th March, because we saw some of the potential in this movement to become a mass movement. They tried to stop our rally. We crossed police hurdles. We pushed them back, and it became a big news in Pakistan. And Labour Party became more known after this demonstration. And we all had our red flags, and majority of us were women who were fighting women, you know. And we had a very good base among the working class women in Lahore. And we learned this from a peasant movement. A peasant movement in district Okara on a military farms started a campaign for land rights in 2001. And during this campaign we discussed, and we thought, if men goes in the forefront, military will just kill them. But if women and children go and demonstrate, they will hesitate to shoot. And if they shoot, they will pay the price, because it will be much revenge. We are a small group, but we have good influence among the trade unions, among the mass movements, and we could bring a lot of people to the demonstrations. Our mobilization capacity is quite good in Pakistan. So what happened then, after I was released after 4 days, but then arrested again in a month's time from my home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I was sent to a far-off jail called Bahawalpur jail, around 10 hours, and this was June, and it was 52 degree. Massive hot wave was going on, and they wanted to teach me a lesson for participating, and they arrested some more party activists as well. So I remained in jail for 18 days in a small cell alone, and they would not allow any visits. I was totally isolated from the party. Then on 20th of July, Chief Justice was reinstated by Supreme Court of Pakistan. A full bench reinstated him back. It was a great victory of our movement that we forced the government to retreat from a decision, and General Musharraf was not known as a person who will be retreating from any place. But this was the first time he took a decision, then he has to take back his decision. I was arrested again on 27th of September. Then I was charged with Anti-Terrorist Act, and the sentence was death. I remained in jail for 4 days, and I was released after 4 days on bail. So I'm still on bail in that cases. After the election of 18th of February, it is going a little better, because Musharraf has been defeated decisively by the people of Pakistan in the polls. We were asking to boycott the elections because it would legitimize the dictatorship of General Musharraf. There was elections on 18th of February where some of the large party took part and some parties boycotted. Now Pakistan People's Party of Benazir Bhutto got nearly 36% of the vote, and they became the largest single party in the parliament. And second was Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, a party of the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, who was also arrested and detained, and he was the one who was overthrown by General Musharraf in 99. And then there was religious parties, parties of the fundamentalists, but there was crushing defeat for the religious parties in this election. They had nearly 13% of the total votes in 2002 elections. Now they have reduced to less than 3%. So which was a major gain of this election. But the overall vote was against Musharraf supporters. Benazir Bhutto party name is Pakistan People's Party. It was formed in 1967 by father of Benazir Bhutto, who was known as Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. It came into power in 71 in Pakistan, and it got a lot of reforms at the time. It nationalized nearly 35% of the industry, and it took over all the private schools, insurance companies, banks, and it gave a lot of money for social development of Pakistan. And that was like a golden era for working class of Pakistan with the reform of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. He was overthrown in 1977 by General Ziaul Haq, who was in power for 10 years. And after his death in 88, Benazir Bhutto, who was then the leader of the party, won the elections, and she became Prime Minister from 1988 to 1990. Then she was thrown out of office by a dictatorial measure of the president, and she could not complete her 5 years terms. But her government was seen as very corrupt government at that time. Then she came back into power in 94, and she remained in power for another 2 years before she was overthrown again by the same degree of president. And she was speaking the language of Bush, and she was saying, I will help the war on terror in Pakistan, and that means more bombing, that means more repression, that means more killings. We formed Labour Party of Pakistan in 1997, and the Labour Party Pakistan has become a nationally known small party. We are not yet a mass party, but we are having an ear of the working class, mainly of the trade unions, of the peasants, of the social society organization. A lot of social organizations, activists are part of our party. Most of the leaders of the Labour Party has been to jail for democratic struggle. So our opposition to General Musharraf has earned us a good respect. We have representation at local level, at district level. In the last election of the local bodies in 2005, Labour Party, over 100 councillors were elected in different areas of Pakistan. We are part of a left alliance called People's Democratic Movement, which has 4 major left parties. Pakistan is no heaven for left ideas. It's a theocratic state. It's totally dominated by the religious ideas. To popularize parties' ideas, we don't talk big, and we don't talk big, tall slogans of revolution that only socialism will solve everything. We are a socialist party, but we are involved in day-to-day problems of the people. We take up issues and fight on this. We took up issue of land rights, we took up issues of new liberal agenda against privatization. We have formed Anti-Privatization Alliance of Pakistan, and we take up questions of women rights, human rights, against child labor, social issues we take up, and we take up class issues and make a campaign around that. So Pakistan's position strategically is important for the US imperialism, because Afghanistan is next door and they have installed a puppet regime of Karzai over there, and Karzai is facing a lot of problem from Taliban, who control nearly 2/3 of Afghanistan at present time. And so in this basis, they don't want another fundamentalist taking over Pakistan. So they have forgot any lessons of democracy, and they supported a military dictatorship. And they did so in a mishope that General Musharraf will stop the rise of religious fundamentalism. But we say religious fundamentalism can only be defeated by political means, not by suppressive means. They cannot be defeated by military means. They cannot be defeated by Bush policies. It has to be a political fight against religious fundamentalism. Now Bush is talking against religious fundamentalism, but his policies are promoting fundamentalism. It has brought more problems for Pakistan, and we believe a democratically elected government in Pakistan, a civil government, if it make a peace with the religious groups, if it discuss the problems, and also the main demand that Americans must go out of Afghanistan, NATO must leave Afghanistan. That's like the center of gravity. If they are there, there will be no solution.